I'm Scott Taylor from KettlFit. What I'm going to be sharing with you in this video today is an insight into what I've learned over the last 13 years of using and training people with kettlebells. The insight today that we'll be looking at is how I discovered 3 training secrets absolutely anyone can do to dramatically enhance their athletic potential, ultimately making you a more athletic version of who you already are. Sadly, I'm not talking about making you into Michael Jordan if you're not already, but a better version of Michael Jordan as possible. What these training secrets meant for me was I overcame decades of competitive sportive injuries that constantly held me back from post-sporting activities, hobbies and life. I ended up becoming pain-free and moving better than I did back when I was 21 playing for the Western AFL for the Western Bulldogs. I've ended up getting myself and thousands of other clients along the way into the best shape of their life. I'm 46 and still getting fitter, stronger and more athletic every day. Anyway, it's basically the secret to training 50% less and getting 10 times more, or simply training 3 times a week instead of 6. It makes training super effective, super efficient, and super entertaining, bringing strength and conditioning training to life. So if this is something that interests you, then give me the next 90 seconds or so of your life to explain how to get fitter, stronger, and more athletic using this system. The system is the secret to less is more. It's the secret to training 50% less and getting 10 times more, following a new evidence-based science that's been overlooked and misunderstood for over 500 years, made relevant recently by Bill Parisi and his team of experts in a book called Fascia Training, highly recommended. You're probably thinking 50% less goes against all traditional concepts, but less does not mean easy, and the truth is this system is highly effective and super efficient. It gets a job done in half the time, but not half the effort. The more you put in, the more you get back. It's kind of like discovering the secret of getting paid a full day's wage for half day's work. Now, who wouldn't want that? Nod your head if you'd be happy getting paid a full day's wage for a half day's work. I would. Here's how it worked for me. Step 1 to less is more. Taking the whole system approach to strength and conditioning training, meaning you stop isolating individual muscles and start integrating, connecting them together as one robust, complete unit. The key here is all body movements that engage the whole body as one and strengthen the fascia connections in multiple planes of movement with various submaximal loads with different forces at different angles, different tempos, covering what we call the 3D matrix. Basically, in every direction your body can move, we train to become more athletic, stronger, and fitter. So it's ditching the bodybuilder training, isolating based training system of isolating muscles to make them bigger and stronger. Yeah, it was super tough for me also, having trained in these methods for the first 18 years. I mean, I fell in love with the results of this system while watching Arnold Schwarzenegger on TV and in Mr. Olympic competitions. But ditching this old world system and embracing the future of athletic performance training, using the whole body approach, started to make more sense when it came to training athletic-based movements. I mean, how often do you sit down and isolate movements that push, pull, press, squat, lunge, while actively engaging in any sport, hobby, or activity, especially ones that elevate your heart rate? The secret behind the results of this system, the whole body approach, is we powerfully activate, engage, and strengthen what we call the fascia connections. At this point, you're probably thinking, what the hell is fascia? So the fascia system is connective tissue that chains and connects all the muscles and the entire body together. It's kind of like a spider web of connective tissue that covers and literally connects every inch of your body. Kind of like a bodysuit you see at the speed skaters of the Winter Olympics or in superheroes in comic books. It literally covers every single inch of your body. Over 600 muscles, stabilizes never you had, 360 joints, 900 ligaments, 4,000 tendons, and 206 bones all at once. It's the bridge between your muscles. And your training is either strengthening or weakening these 600 little bridges. I like to refer to these bridge connections, as athletic connections in your body. Isolation movements tear these bridges down, and all body movements reinforce them so they become a foundation for your ability to perform any action. So step 1 to less is more is training the fascia system using the whole system or whole body approach. Step 2 to less is more is you got to find the best tool for the job. This enters my discovery over 13 years ago after reading the books The 4-Hour Body by Tim Ferriss and The Naked Warrior by Pavel. The discovery of the potential power of adding kettlebells into my training, it's hands down the best all-round, all-body training tool on the planet, also the most cost-effective. It literally engages and activates your whole body as one, and the bonus is they light up the athletic connections in the body like fireworks on New Year's Eve. But unfortunately, just adding them is not enough. My belief is you only get 10% of the potential power of the kettlebell using this method. Most people do the first shift, but are not aware about the final piece of the puzzle that I'm about to reveal with you. People just dabble with kettlebells like I did for the first couple of years. I'm not talking about dabbling. I'm talking about going all in, total immersion. I must admit though, the biggest shift I had in my first 18 years of all types of elite level physical fitness and strength training was when I first added in kettlebells. I mean, my body just lit up, and the results I got even after all those years of training was next level. But I found with clients and myself, it felt like we're going 2 steps forward, 1 step back, having my feet in both training worlds of the isolation and all body. So I decided to take a leap of faith and go all into these kettlebells, and this brings me to step 3. Step 3 to less is more is, for this system to work at its max, you must take the final step and place the kettlebell as the centerpiece and go all in, meaning you create an entire training system following a unique set of principles, frameworks, and movements that centers entirely around the kettlebell. Basically creating an innovative and one-stop strength and conditioning shop using the kettlebells as our master training tool, unlocking other 90% of the secret power of the kettlebell's performance. It's time for us to stop training like bodybuilders competing as athletes and start training like an athlete and compete 10 times better as one. And before you think, wait, I'm not an athlete, this doesn't apply to me, isn't the game of life really our greatest sporting event? So if you're in the game of life every day, why not just have a performance hack that will have you level up a bit? If this is something you would love to experience for yourself, then funny enough, I have the perfect solution. Best of all, it won't cost you a cent. From this, you basically have 2, well maybe 3 choices. Do nothing, continue on the same path, ignore everything I just shared with you, and I wish you all the best. Or you can either go out and create a system for yourself over the next decade and see how much the results will blow you away like it was for me. Then reach out in 10 years and compare notes. The reality is we both know the smarter choice is to just test drive mine and do my 5-day free kettlebell challenge that I'm just about to offer you. Because I've already done all the work for you, and trust me, now is the perfect time to get started. Bonus is you'll get my 5 master kettlebell hacks to improve your technique and results, basically turning a decade of knowledge into a masterclass for you to sharpen up with. Another bonus is to get my weight selection secrets masterclass, which is a 4-step system to find your unique starting point and a ways for you to learn, grow, adapt safely, integrate every step of the way with just one exercise as a master guide. This is also included in the 5-day free challenge, along with 5 fully coached foundation workouts with every exercise demonstrated first. Then the workout is fully explained. Then we have clocks, timers, music, and we even go all out and we train with you. So you feel like you're basically in this studio right now, in the virtual training studio with us. That's not all we get. We even stretch you down at the end. So instead of just listening to me trying to convince you of something, it's best to test it out for yourself so you can fire out your own convincer strategy and build an emotional and physical connection to the power of this system I'm sharing with you. Take me up on my 5-day free kettlebell challenge. Whether you're new to kettlebells or not, what we do is so unique and different. It will add massive value for even the most seasoned of kettlebell campaigners. And best of all, you only need 2 kettlebells of the same weight, and that could be at your home or your local gym. So click the link and experience for yourself the future in athletic and strength performance training today. It's the best way. Get started, and I promise you'll never look back.